what you do is about how you think. The things you do well, it's about how important they are to you. What you deploy your time and your resources towards are the things you consider important. And it's affecting your mind in a way that you determine that the right things are the important things. That's really what this is all about. Our project for the last 2 years, going almost 3 years now that we've been at this, our goal has been first to inform, to educate, and to empower. And to seek at every stage to move you from wherever you were last night to the next place that you need to be tomorrow. And to consistently do that until you get to where you can look back and say, indeed, my life is transformed. As a bank that is fully committed to nation building, our goal in understanding the fact that for a population that is split literally 50% between men and women, knowing that the opportunity for growth for our nation is in the women and the young people. If we can invest, and the women and young people are not necessarily separate, because amongst the women are many women that are young. And that's why Tommy's testimony is so great. I didn't even know they had gone ahead to do this. She saw me at a conference and she just came to say hello and to say thank you. And I asked, so what do you do? And then she explained, this is what we've done with what you taught us. And for me, that was so satisfying. I was saying to the First Lady of Edo State that, you know, those are the moments that I know that all the effort, the commitment, and the energy expended towards these goals, that is worth it. I remember the TFD days. I think we had 9 sessions over a period of like 12 months. And averagely, I spent 4 to 6 hours each time just sharing with young people between ages 25 to 35. They were my target goal. We talked about life, and we talked about everything. And one session I said to them was simply about investments. And I said, we spent 6 hours on the day of the investment. And it was simple. I asked most people, what is your target goal? And they told me the kind of money they'd like to have in their bank balance. I then asked them to explain their lifestyle to me. And in the midst of their lifestyle, I found them the money. Because it was easy to show them that they were already richer than they aspired to be. But they didn't have that kind of money or that kind of balance because within their lifestyle, they were consuming their future wealth. And you see, when Yoruba people say that that 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. What they really mean is at the stage of childhood, you're literally all the same. Secondary school, your peers, whatever advantage you have over the next person is not because of you. Maybe your father has, your mother has, that's not yours. That's somebody else's wealth. Because your father could die without giving you a dime. Or he could die and you find out that he was living on borrowed money. Or maybe you go and marry and you think your husband has money. Then soon enough you find out that he doesn't have what he seems to have. What is really important is, what do you have control of? What is the cash flow that you can definitely say that this one, I am sure of it because of this? And within that cash flow, what part of it are you able to hold in a disciplined manner that allows you to make that money work for you? I always share this theory of sand and a block. How many people know it? A few that have taught over time. Your sand is the money you're gathering a little at a time. If it doesn't amount to much, it's sand. It means when the wind comes, it will scatter. If there's a flood, it will just totally disappear. But if you are consistent and you're disciplined, like the 3 women that were rewarded today, and over time, you don't lose sight of your goal, and you stay with it long enough to have enough sand to mold a block, what you would have will no longer be sand. It will become a block. And the difference between a block and a sand is what? That when the wind comes and everything, the sand can scatter, but what happens to the block? Assuming this is your block, When you do this to the edge of the block, what do you have in your hand? Good. Smart girls. Until you have molded the block that will generate the sand, you don't consume your sand. Because the sand will scatter. But you need the block that will continue to yield you sand. And the only way you do that is that you're disciplined, you're determined, you're dedicated to your goal. And that's like Oja and like Tommy, you find that kind of support system that holds your hand in the weak moments. That kind of voice that says to you, no, you cannot buy one more Ashebi. That kind of voice that says to you, you look good, but learn how to make yourself up. That kind of voice that says to you, we're going to the mall just to have a social visit, but you're buying nothing because you don't need anything. That kind of sound, voice that says to you, her jewelry pieces are beautiful, but you haven't worn all the ones in your vault or in your wardrobe, and you're not buying one more. That kind of voice that says to you, this is not the year where you're having that big party or something, because you have a goal you have set for this year. See that young lady who just now owns half a plot of land in Lagos? She's never going to be poor. It's not, it's not a prophecy. Because there are things that you do that prophesy into your life. So this isn't about, no. It's about the discipline, the dedication, and the commitment to goal. It's about making choices. Life is about opportunity cost. For everything you do, there's something else you have chosen not to do. For everything you have, there's something else you have chosen not to have. For everything you do now, you have chosen to defer something else. The ability to make those choices, it's about how you think. It's about what you value. It's about what you consider important. It's about where you have chosen to go to. And many people choose to go to great places but never get there, simply because though they say, they do not do. The saying is cheap. The doing is tough. And you don't get things you need or you want from saying. You only achieve them in the doing. And in being able to do, you must set up a system of actions and activities around you daily. It was why we had the panel on the daily habits of people who want to build sustainable wealth. It's about the things you do every single day. Dr. Salami talked about stock market and shares and all of that. And different speakers talked about you gaining knowledge and all of that. But for every one of those things, there are also solutions. I don't have enough deep knowledge. I don't have enough deep understanding of the stock market. I don't have the patience to read every newspaper and every financial analyst report about every company in order to decide whether their shares or their stock, if it's worth buying or not. But there are structures that provide me options. What are those structures? That if I go to like FBN Quest, they have mutual funds. And within the mutual funds, there are professionals who combine everybody's little sum together and have billions of naira as a pool. And they have to read all the analyst reports. They must know what is going on everywhere, unlike the taxi driver that took Aruma from the airport in Abuja. They must know when a bank is about to go down. Because when that guy told her, she knew what was going on in that institution, but the guy did not. By the time the market is excited about anything, the good time has passed. That's the truth. Because when the price is high enough for everybody to want to buy, The guys who knew what to do had bought earlier, they're the ones selling off to you. So you are buying their problems. They are taking profit. And that's why when you invest in a mutual fund for as little as 5,000 naira, somebody who has understanding will continue every day to act on your behalf to buy. Last year you had an average return on investment of what? On the mutual funds, guys. Mutual funds, FBN Quest, what was the return last year? 40 something? Okay. So when somebody who knows what they are doing, when they're investing on your behalf, they can achieve different returns from what you can. Two, they don't buy one type of shares, they buy a suite of shares. So it's an average return. When one is down, one is up. When one is going out, one is coming up. And they're acting on your behalf as if you have employed them one by one. So that's part of what knowledge does. You make those choices, you make those decisions so you can benefit ultimately from it. When you want to buy land and you're part of a group like TFD Investment Club, it's different from when you approach it by yourself. The power of many, which is the strength of the tribe and the investment club. Because you have negotiation power when you have bulk. And value is transferred to all. They made a profit at the point of purchase. 1.2 paid for land worth 1.7. That's profit taking 500 and something thousand from the very beginning. Just by, and they don't sell half plots. But in a group, you can buy quarter plots. Yes. Because you could buy a plot and build a building with 4 flats. And 4 of you take a flat each. Because you buy together and you build together and you share. What is our vision with First Gem? To make sure you have information like all we've been doing since morning. To bring the best minds to share with you knowledge. To give you options of ways you can achieve your goal outside of yourself. To encourage you and to show you that it is possible. To move the cheese every time. Because our joy is in your stories. Our satisfaction is in your victories. Our achievement is in your accomplishments. As more and more women rise to the place of sustainability in wealth, my personal dream and our vision at the bank would be accomplished. And more than anything else, we will create additional value for the economy of our nation. And generations will benefit from it. You would see that embedded in what we do is we also try to empower you to build your businesses and your career. Because you cannot build wealth except you continue to improve your sources of income. And that's why we'd have sessions with like Mrs. Oyetunji. So if you're already running a small, medium-sized business, you know that there are opportunities for you to move it forward. And we're not a selfish institution, so we're not just talking to you about taking a loan from us, because we know that for some of the growth you seek, our money is probably not the cheapest for what you want to do. And so we're not trying to just sell you what we sell. We're offering you options from other places. And that's why many times for those that have come, we always talk to you about Bank of Industry and all the things that are available there, because it will benefit your business. And then we're talking to you this year, as Fumi shared with you, about reaching out to investors to invest so you can raise equity for your business so it can grow. Just remember, wherever you are now, you haven't reached the peak. And we know that. And that's why we're seeking to get you to the best of yourself. And we know that you can do it. On behalf of the bank, it's not you will still get a thank you.
Thanks for watching and also taking time to engage with our previous content. I saw your comments and I will respond to it immediately. Meanwhile, feel free to also share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Please don't forget to share this video with someone. We have a unique package for you on the first link in the description of this video. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kingdom Wealth Channel for more empowering content that helps build wealth in a godly way. We believe that every subscriber is not just a number, but a valued member of our growing community. If you're not subscribed to Kingdom Wealth Channel, you might not see us again, so hit the subscribe button now. But if you are a member of Kingdom Wealth Channel, congratulations, you are growing every day.